So first off, just talk about the coaching staff and you guys getting acclimated to the program with the players who are existing and setting the culture. We've talked a lot about culture today with the guys I've talked to so far.
Yeah, day one, that's Coach Withers was like, we have to establish a culture, and we wanted to establish a culture of it's not an easy program, it's a very hard program, and our guys have risen to that challenge, and I think become a tighter, stronger, much better team because of it. And I think Coach Withers right now is talking about one family, one focus, one voice, and I think that's really contributed. The culture has really contributed to that vision that he has.
And off the field, I know that's something that all the players I've talked to so far have really emphasized, is that it feels a little different for them, the emphasis from the coaching staff on off the field and making sure they're doing their work in the classroom. Talk about that if you could.
Yeah, Coach Withers, if you ask Coach Withers, you can't be good on the field if the stuff off the field the rest of your life is not in order. And so it's a true competitor is going to compete in the classroom, he's going to compete socially, and if there's a spiritual component to it, he'll compete spiritually as well. And then athletics will come. That's why you're a student athlete, student first, and so you're not allowed. We put very rigid program, a very rigid program around them to make sure that they succeed, and I think that they've embraced that.
So back on the field now, you've had a spring practice to evaluate players, but you've also had the ability to watch a lot of tape. I'm sure you've been able to install some of your systems in the spring, but of course the fall practice will be a big part of that as well. How do you feel in terms of, here we are at the stage getting ready to start the fall practice. How do you feel like the team is in terms of being able to embrace what you're asking them to do out there?
We saw a lot of the guys that are coming in fall camp we saw in the spring, and we know what they can do, and there'll be some new faces out there, so we're looking forward to seeing what they can do as well. And I think that Coach Burkhardt has done an unbelievable job this summer of preparing our guys for what's about to happen to them in fall camp. And you look at some of our guys, and their bodies look completely different. Which is a great thing. They're bigger, faster, stronger. And along with that, though, he did a great job of molding them into that family that Coach Withers wanted to see from the summer strength program. So he did a great job. And so coming to fall camp, we're very excited about what we're about to go see.
What things will you maybe be doing a little differently, and what things maybe carry over from the previous approach?
In terms of like the
schematics, perhaps, yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot of what they did. Whenever we got here, we kind of was like, this is what we want to do. Let's move forward. Certainly they won a few games around here, and but we're going to do what we do, and with all due respect to the previous staff, I don't know what they did per se. We saw what our guys can do skill-wise, and we'll get and see what some of the new guys can do. But
in terms of expectations, the JMU fan base has had a good run the last couple years. Maybe not any of the way fans certainly wanted to, but there's a tradition here of winning. What can fans expect from this year's team?
I think that offensively, we're gonna run the ball, and everyone gets kind of, I guess, scared about that because apparently that's been said before. But we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna go fast. I think we're gonna try and be a high-octane, explosive offense, and we've got some things up our sleeves, some scheme. Coach Davis is a phenomenal offensive line coach. It's been a lot of places and seen some good ball and learned from some excellent other coaches around the business. And so I think that the core of who we are is going to be up front, and a lot of that led by Coach Davis. And certainly we got some other tools in our toolbox. We got some skill guys that can do some things. We got some vertical threats. We got a couple good running backs, a few good running backs that I think that can be impactful, and certainly we got a quarterback that I think can do some things versatily.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Vlad Lee and his impact on the program here. He brings some experience with him, but also he will be able to stretch defenses in different ways, perhaps.
Yeah, Vlad's got a very unique skill set. Not only can he run, he's a big kid too, but he can throw the ball, and it's part of, if you ask him, yeah, that's why he's here. He wants to be a quarterback, and so we're definitely going to utilize him that way. Vad's greatest asset, I think, right now is he's got just an energy and an exuberance about him that makes him great to be around, easy to follow, and easy to coach. And so for us, his leadership aspect has really grown on this team, and so we're really looking forward to seeing what what's coming out of the summer and what he's going to do for us. And we've got a pretty good idea what he can do skill set wise, but continue to push that and see what creative ways that we can come up with to utilize him, and our offense will be good.